Good evening. There is joy and relief across Israel tonight. 4 hostages who were kidnapped by Hamas 245 days ago are now free. This is the moment they return home, raising their hands in celebration. They were then quickly reunited with family. One of the hostages, Noa Argamani, seared into the global consciousness by this image. That's her there, being kidnapped by motorcycle. Now, there's this image, her and her dad, together again, embracing. The daring rescue operation played out in broad daylight, the Israeli military releasing these images. And while the mission was a success, it came at a heavy price, with authorities in Gaza saying more than 150 were killed as part of the operation. And 120 Israelis are still being held hostage. We have 2 reports tonight. We begin with Raf Sanchez in Israel.
Her screams were heard around the world. Noa Argamani, hands outstretched in terror before disappearing into Gaza. Tonight, 245 long days later, Noa safe and smiling. Telling Israel's president, "I'm so happy to be here." She and 3 other hostages, Almog Merjan, Shlomi Ziv, and Andrei Kozlov, in good health, after they were rescued by Israeli special forces in a daylight raid in central Gaza.
This operation required ingenuity and courage of the highest degree.
Commandos storming 2 civilian apartments, finding Noa in one, the men in the other, radioing, "We have the diamonds," when the rescue was complete. A helicopter waiting for Noa on the beach in northern Gaza, ready to fly her home to safety and into the embrace of her father Yaakov, celebrating his birthday with one arm around his only child, the other over one of her rescuers. We first met Yaakov on October 8th, his world crumbling 24 hours after his daughter's kidnapping. Tonight, he tells us, "I'm feeling wonderful." Noa's friends at her side.
She's amazing, she's strong, she's laughing and smiling, and
What was the first thing you said to her?
just a big hug, and so glad that you're here.
Almog all smiles as he hugs friends and relatives, then unable to hold back the tears.
Whoa.
While Andrei stunned to see the Prime Minister. And Shlomi speaking to his wife for the first time in 8 months. In Tel Aviv, this lifeguard announcing the news of the rescue to a cheering beach. But in Gaza tonight, searing grief. The health ministry saying at least 210 people killed by Israeli forces during the raid, many of them women and children. This woman says she lost 2 cousins. They didn't commit any sins, she says. Israel's military says it called in targeted strikes to cover the commandos' retreat. And joy in Israel, tinged with sadness, as 120 other hostages remain in captivity, including Noa's boyfriend Avi Natan, who was kidnapped alongside her on October 7th, while her mother Leora is dying of brain cancer. But tonight, her final wish, to see her daughter again, fulfilled.
And Raf joins us now from Tel Aviv. Raf, what does this rescue operation mean for the 120 hostages still being held?
Jose, Israel's military is acknowledging it won't be able to rescue all of the remaining hostages, while Hamas is saying today's raid will have a, quote, negative impact on those still in captivity. Jose.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.